Guys, have you seen people walking backwards on the treadmill in the gym? You know, backwards, like I'm definitely doing here, not forwards because of any limits on how I can be animated. I'm definitely going backwards. Right, before you start judging me for walking backwards on a treadmill like I've completely lost the plot, hear me out, because this was a big part of how I fixed my own knees after years of pain, not being able to do the things I love, and generally feeling like a 90-year-old every time I tried to squat deeper than a 1980s bar stool. I went down the rabbit hole of Ben Patrick, knees over toes guy, and honestly, he's onto something. So I took his methods, applied them to my own training, and guess what? My knees don't hurt anymore. I can run, jump, I can load one leg heavy, and I can train properly without the soundtrack of Rice Krispies every time I move. So let me break down why this backwards walking business is absolutely golden. It's essentially strength training disguised as walking. You're hitting the quads, the vastus medialis in particular, and all those little stabilizing muscles around the knee that have been on annual leave since you were 16. And because you're walking backwards, you don't get that forward knee load compression that usually complains when you try to train your quads. It's like rehab and prehab had a baby, and that baby is out there saving your knees. A couple of other exercises to look into if you've got this problem would be tibialis raises and a knee over toe split squat. Tibialis raises are criminally underrated. Nobody trains the front of their shin. Everyone's obsessed with their tiny calves, their underdeveloped hammies and quads. Meanwhile, your tibialis is there thinking, I literally stop your knee from flying forwards and your ankle from collapsing. Maybe train me once in a while. Fit me in around all that bicep work you're doing. Strengthen it and suddenly your knee feels more stable, your running feels cleaner, and your shins stop behaving like they're made of glass. And the split squats, probably one of the most controversial exercises on the internet, because they're also one of the most useful. If you elevate the front foot, it brings a whole new dynamic to it. You get a beautiful stretch through the hip flexors, you train strength and range at the same time. You build bulletproof knees instead of avoiding any lunging movement or letting them become like a pathetic curtsy to your wife's ex-boyfriend who's stronger and more successful than you. Long story short, I researched this because my knees were falling apart, and after actually doing the work, not just scrolling and liking the videos, I've improved my strength, mobility and performance significantly. It works because you train the weak links instead of pretending that they don't exist.